All right, guys, lucrative channel. So it's a rainy day. Phil got rained out, and since I'm salary, still here on this job site. So there may not be field work, but there's always work to do. Catching up on this RFI, doing these submittals for this Hillcrest project, and we got another project in Carpinteria. A lot of the work we do is marine work. I believe the Carpinteria project is a wastewater treatment plant. Here at Hillcrest, it's a country club, a little bit of pipe work, concrete form work. Pretty fun overall. I've been wanting to make a video about the job site and overall the position in project management. So I'm a project engineer, and I know there's a lot of people with same amount of experience that are project managers, or they go to college, they come out as a project manager. Now, in this industry, for the company I work for, very traditional, it takes a lot of experience to be very well. And then they say it takes like 5 to 10 years, and honestly, I'm not doubting that. I'm a few years in, actually 2, right? So maybe that's over exaggeration, but it feels good. So my goal is to get a Class B contractor's license. I want to skip the C and work my way up to the A. So I need 2 more years for the qualification and get the recommendation to actually apply for that license. Now that's just long-term goals, and I'm here just to talk about the day-to-day. So I give you guys a feel of the background of me, the project, and what we do for work. In this case, you probably see the chest in the background. Lunchtime just passed, so ran a few games. What I do on a daily: strategy, feeding the mind. I got a binder here with all our, we call it additional scope of work, because it's this is an interesting project. It's not your normal project like for public works or any government entity. So yeah, in this binder there's about 10 of them, additional scopes of work. I got the pre-bid drawing, the original labor sheets, got the labor rates, T&M rates, budget, what else? Subcontracts, POs. Now, I'm not saying for you guys to do this. I guess just a little bit of direction. It's something that I learned over the time I've been working in this position, is to be very organized and have a hard copy as well as a digital copy, and something that you can reference quick. So on the computer, it may be faster for you to access these documents, but it never hurts to have the physical document, because on demand, someone might come in the office and request some information, and it's a lot quicker just to dig through your binder and check the updated drawings, or look at what you put on your change order or additional scope of work. Yeah, and let's just say the internet's out, right? The rain comes in. Not that long ago, we had a power outage. The rain took us out, so we finally got hardwired in, and I think we got like a 100-watt, what do you call it, module in the, what do you call it, the electrical board, whatever you want to call it. I'm not an electrician. So, I came from the field as a laborer, and I worked with my hands a lot. Still beginning. You can never really master this craft like overnight. And the guys I work with have been in the trade for 20, 30 years. And the guys that have been in the industry for like 15, 20 years are considered still new compared to these guys that have been in the company or the industry for 30 plus years. And management, supervising position, superintendent, foreman, lead foreman, or not lead foreman, lead labor, general foreman, general superintendent, and you got your actual project manager, general manager, and so forth. So don't want to talk too much about that. This is just a personal video I'm creating for my lucrative channel, my profile, just to get familiarized with recording myself, using the technology, and just give someone the insight of what it actually is to be in this specific position. Now, not a lot of people look into wastewater treatment or are familiar with project management, and if you are, you might have Googled it and searched it on YouTube or so forth, and maybe you came across this video. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to take too much time. It's not going to be an hour video of me just blabbering off. I don't have anything scripted or written. This is completely off the head, and This is a general oversight of my office, on-site office. Mobile containers, what we have, it's a mobile office. The company has a lot of skilled carpenters, and we fabricated this and put it together in-house, So we got a printer for our documents. I got 2 screens now. I have a third one. I just got to set it up. We're currently using Starlink because if we move to different projects, we can just take the Starlink with this office. So we're setting it up for future jobs, future project managers, project engineers, and superintendents. We got our board. Probably can't see it, but we got our board on the wall, safety, schedule, calendars, evacuation plan, OSHA certifications, our qualifications, and you name it. The backboard, you can't see it yet, but maybe I'll flip it around later in the video. It's just the full-size drawings of the project to reference on demand, right? A whiteboard right here for markups because there's design and edits, and there's just a visual difference of actually physically being able to mark it on the board. We do it for teaching purposes. I'm constantly learning. We don't really hold meetings in this office. This is solely for management, and I'm usually in the office with the superintendent majority of the day. If anyone's in the office, it's probably me. So I know I got Chess in the background, but I'm constantly coordinating with the GC or the owner, subcontractors, major suppliers, procuring material, make sure it meets specifications, submitting it, getting it approved, revising, updating, getting the schedule going, running P6, which is our long-term schedule, our 3-week schedule, sometimes a 6-week schedule. It varies. Nothing's really black and white. Everything's kind of gray. It's different from every job site, every project, every company, and every superintendent or project manager or project engineer you work with, right? So if you're going to be in this position as a project engineer, it does not hurt to have a construction background or mechanical. And in construction, mechanical is like a pipage background. But when I speak mechanical, because I went to college for these things, it's motors and locomotives, chain links, you name it. Anything with centrifugal force, even hydraulic, pneumatics, a little bit of PLC programming. That's a little extra. But in this trade, mechanical is considered pipage, right? So you also do have your equipment and machines, but typically it's stereotyped or classified as equipment. So it's real easy to differentiate the differences, right? So yeah, so we got our internet locked in, we got our printer, got our computer screens, depending on how fast, how efficient, and how big the project is, and what you need, what kind of resources you need to be efficient, right? So this is a $1.7 million project, and change orders were close to $2.5 million, and we're probably going to go north of that. So this is kind of a smaller project. It might be big to others, but this is a fairly smooth, comfortable environment. It's not constantly changing, a lot of maydays, emergencies. We had time to plot this project out from a pre-bid start to now we're like a third of the project to the finish, and then closing out and getting our notice of completion, right? So if you're in project management, you're probably familiar with the terminology I'm using. If you're not, you will get familiar with it. This is the kind of this kind of job position, career that you're just going to get better and better over time. And from when I first started to now, I've definitely learned a lot. Even my terminology, my speaking comprehension, freaking spelling, just overall, I guess you could it's the best way to explain it, because there's a variety of skills you really have to master. Now, a lot of people that get in these positions went to college, and you're probably already familiar with software, Excel, Microsoft Word, things like that. And if you took a construction management project, you probably know Bluebeam, Primavera. But for me, as a laborer coming in from scratch, everything I picked up is on site, in the field, with guidance from the superintendent. And yeah, so overall, this is your friend. You get a little bit of peace and quiet during the rain. You're alone, and it alleviates some of the pressure when the field's there, because there are those maydays, there are changes in work, there are unforeseen conditions, there are differing site conditions, all that. And with the rainy day, doesn't necessarily suck, right? When the field's gone, they go home and you're here. It's your career, it's your job, and the more effort you put into your career, the better you're going to be long term. So don't get stuck in that work less, get paid the same as your coworkers. You want to work as efficient as possible, learn as much as you can, try to retain as much as possible. You're going to make mistakes, and continue growing, and eventually you'll have exponential growth in time. I'm going to continue documenting these projects and like my level of experience. Hopefully, it'll motivate somebody. But yeah, feel free to like. You can subscribe, all that stuff. But chances are, I got to make a lot more videos until I get a little bit more exposure. But yeah, so it's not necessarily a bullet point and complete breakdown of what it is to be in this position, but this is a live viewpoint of what it actually looks like to be in a project management position. So yeah, thank you guys for your time. I'm out. Lucrative channel. You know, I told you I was going to give you guys a view of the there we go. This is the container. Really pretty, really nice. It's raining outside. Yeah, let's give you guys a little walkthrough on the project. Probably be a little bit more entertaining than me talking. As you see, it is raining. You know, we got an open trench, BMPs. You got to pass some of this pipage. That's part of the unforeseen conditions. You know, we got a Mini X, or well, it's not really a Mini X, but excavator, SkyTrack. We got the pit, because it's not just a trench. We got it delineated with this creative handrail, and this is currently the country club. It's pretty neat experience. Thank you guys for your time once again, and yeah, hope you guys take care.